my name is Cami and I'm from Berliz, Japan. Today I'm with Louise, who is the Manager of Instruction and Quality Assurance at Berliz in Europe, Middle East and Africa. I want to talk about how your language learning outcomes can be really heavily affected by the company's quality assurance and also how they train their instructors. So thank you for joining me, Louise. To get started, tell me a bit about what you currently do at Berliz.
My name is Louise. I'm British and I actually live in Rome. I started working for Berliz in the year 2000 as an instructor. Over the years, I've had many different roles, but always in the quality department with many different countries. For the last 3 years, I've been working for the live online division responsible for the Emea region. I actually started my experience with Berliz as a student. When I arrived in Italy over 20 years ago, I did an intensive Italian course and I thought, this is really good. I wonder if I could teach English. So I started my career. I was trained and that's pretty much it, really. Here I am today.
That's so great that studying at Berliz got you started in your career. And I guess the quality must have been pretty good as well.
Spot on.
From your experience as someone who works with quality assurance and also has been a student before, how are Berliz courses different to other language courses?
The principal difference is the way we train and support our instructors. We don't just put instructors in a room or in a classroom with a book. They start by a very intense training, and then they are given a development period where they are heavily supported. After that, they are part of a team and they have continual support from their quality specialist or their manager of instruction to just keep supporting them, keep them growing, keeping them on the right track, making sure that the service we provide is consistent, they are following the method. That's the principal difference. We have a quality assurance team whose focus is to support the instructors in doing a great job in the classroom.
What does that mean for our students, having all of that constant support and constant quality assurance?
That the instructors are great and that there's a consistent service. No matter where they may be or where they take their lesson, the quality is going to be the same. The way we get the students speaking, the way we personalize the lessons to each of the students' goals, it will be consistent. As they grow through the company, they just get better and better. Actually, all of the people in the quality assurance role, they started as instructors. So yeah, plenty of opportunities to grow and just keep doing your best with your students in the classroom.
My next question for you is, how do we make sure that every student really is getting that high quality instruction and a high quality language course?
We're very hot on following the feedback. Students can leave a feedback after every lesson, whether they were satisfied or not, but we also do quality control. We watch the lessons, we monitor lessons, so it doesn't matter how much experience you've got. We will still be monitoring your lesson quality 4 times a year approximately. We'll go in, we'll watch the lessons, and we will provide any support as needed. And with regards to the student feedback, we get a lot of very, very good feedback. At the moment, we've got a 97% satisfaction rating, 85% of which are very satisfied. But no matter what the feedback, we'll share that with the instructor, but we're constantly supporting the students and the instructors during the student journey. I think this is very, very important.
Do you think that you can get this kind of language learning result that you get at Berliz if you go to any other language school?
Absolutely not. I don't think other language centres have such a dedicated team, a quality assurance team, which obviously then provides a team of very motivated instructors.
Is there anything else that a Berliz instructor needs to be able to do that maybe another school's instructor wouldn't have this training for?
At Berliz, we have some material, but our instructors make the lessons. The students are kind of in the driving seat of their language learning. So although each lesson has a functional goal, the job of the instructor is to customize those goals around the needs of the students, whether they be learning for business reasons, social reasons, they want to travel. That's the biggest difference. Our courses are not book-based, they're student-based. It's all about what the student needs and then the instructor's ability to adapt that lesson around those goals. Although we use the same material, I think you'll find each lesson quite different. That's a skill that we train our instructors to do. They also need to be able to read the room. You can spot if things are going well in the lesson, adapt your goal, adapt the discussion that you're having if you feel like it's not meeting the student's needs. The ultimate goal is that the student speaks in the language they're learning as much as possible, around the things they want to speak about. So making sure that once they leave the classroom, they can go out and use the language in real life experiences. This is the essence of what we do.
You've already told me some data, but how do we know for sure that our students are satisfied with their course and their instructors?
Well, we know from the feedback that we get, every student has the opportunity to provide feedback after every lesson. These are very, very closely monitored. But not only that, they can also send in cases. So that if they want, they can go that extra mile, send us in a case, and we get a lot of cases saying, I love my lessons, my instructor's brilliant. How can we know? From the results. 57% satisfaction ratio tells me everything I need to know. But also re-enrollments. We get a lot of students that stay with us for many, many years. They may start as a complete beginner. They go through to an intermediate level. We just get a lot of students that keep coming back for more.
I want to ask some quick fire questions. So my first question for you is, what's one piece of advice for students that are trying to reach fluency?
Prepare, come to your lesson, and speak. Just dive in. If you want to build your confidence, you just dive in and start speaking.
In one sentence, why Berlic?
Because we're better than the rest. If you want to learn to speak a language, come to Berlic.
What was your first impression of Berlic?
Oh, well, as I mentioned, I was a student. I remember going to my lesson and thinking, wow, at the end of this lesson, I could already go out and sort of say something. That was a springboard for me to move forward with Italian.
What do you like most about Berlic?
We've been around since 1878. To me, that says it all. The essence of what we do is still the same. Simply, it's been improved, but the basis of it all is we want you to speak. It's all about communicating. Communicating in a new language is very important. I'm proud of what we do.
In your opinion, what is the most useful English phrase?
There are so many idioms and phrasal verbs, and I think that's what makes it challenging for English, and a lot of vocabulary as well.
Or maybe you've experienced this living in Italy, actually. What is a phrase that a lot of people get wrong, or a word that a lot of people pronounce wrong? Common mistake you notice?
This very much depends on the language you're learning and your native tongue, because different people make different mistakes. For example, with Italians, the most common mistake they would make is using the present perfect. So this is a grammatical, because the way they use a very similar verb is completely different to the way we use that in English, and probably also the TH. A lot of people struggle with that sound because it's quite an English sound, not used anywhere else.
Yes, we have a lot of people struggle with TH in Japan as well.
Like for Italian, it would be the R's. Even after 20 years, I still struggle with that one. But you know what? I think part of the charm of speaking a language is having your accent. It doesn't matter. The key essence is that you're able to communicate with someone else in another language.
Absolutely, I agree. What inspired you to join Berlic and help people learn a language?
First of all, my experience as a student. I remember my training, and just at the beginning thinking, oh, I don't know if I can do this. Then I had this wonderful trainer, and it just all made sense.
What's the most rewarding part of your job here at Berlic?
Meeting so many different people from so many different cultures. You learn a lot. Even as an instructor, you learn things from your students, and just watching everybody grow, watching the students make progress, seeing the instructors thrive, becoming better and better instructors. It's just great.
Can you share a quick story of a student or any moment that made you proud to be a part of this team?
There are many, many, many moments that I have been proud to be part of this team. With regards to students, they were kids that started English with us. And then by the time they left, they were in around 18, they were advanced speakers. Watching them grow and helping them in their future steps in their careers was quite rewarding. But in my role as a part of the quality team, I think also watching instructors. They may start off being a bit nervous, but watching them grow, watching them develop is also very, very rewarding.
How do you see your role making a difference in helping people connect across over 70 countries?
It's a pretty important role, a very satisfying role. I really do believe that we help the world communicate. That's what it's all about.
What's one thing about working with languages that keeps you excited every day?
That look in the student's eye when you see they finally got something, or when you see they finished their lesson and they've learned something new. Being a teacher is a great job.
If you could learn any language overnight, what would it be and why?
German, because I learned it at school and I didn't learn anything, and I just like to go back and kind of achieve that goal and go over that hurdle and learn to speak German.
Thank you so much for answering all of my questions. For anybody who's currently studying a language and trying to achieve fluency in that language, good luck. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you.